actually a pagan institute. In October of 1582, Pope Gregory XIII made the decision to remove 10 days from the calendar when he switched from the Julian calendar over to the Gregorian calendar. Now, why was this move inherently pagan on his part? Well, because removing the 10 days from the calendar ensured that our calendar matched up closely with a solar year. Also, it ensured that Easter fell on the first full moon of the spring equinox. And if you know anything about Easter, you know that it comes from pagan tradition. Now, Easter comes from a pagan spring festival tradition called Ostra, and Ostra is the celebration of an Anglo-Saxon goddess who actually nursed a bird into a rabbit. And then on Easter, we hunt eggs and celebrate a bunny. I could think of so many more examples, and I'm sure you could too. Let me know in the comments what you think. Why does the Vatican have one of the world's largest telescopes? Located on Mount Graham in Arizona is the LBT. The LBT, which stands for Large Binocular Telescope, sits on top of Mount Graham in Arizona. And Mount Graham was a dicey choice for the Vatican because it is held sacred by the Apache people that live there. Now, the LBT is specifically designed for extragalactic research, and they work with the University of Arizona on this research. And besides the big main question of why do y'all even need this telescope, why did you want to put it on top of a sacred mountain? Hear me out though. This mountain is known to the locals as a portal to God, and they believe that spiritual entities actually live on this mountain. So is that why they put it there? Or did they put it in Arizona because it has some of the darkest skies and one of the highest UFO rates? And this leads me to question number 3. Does the Vatican have proof of UFOs? In 1933, supposedly there was a UFO that crashed in Italy. Mussolini got his hands on it and held onto it for 10 years while he did research. Then in 1943, when he fell out of power, the United States invaded and actually took this UFO. Now, how did they even know there was a UFO? The Vatican. There is supposedly a letter between Mussolini and the Pope at the time talking about this UFO and describing all the research he was doing on it. So they may have proof of intelligent life sitting in the Vatican archives. What is actually sitting in the Vatican archives anyways? That's for another video. Now, another big question that I have about the Vatican is, are y'all hiding a time machine from us? Because there's talk of a chronovisor in the Vatican archives, and I'd really love to see that. If you want to hear more about the chronovisor and how it's supposedly a time machine the Vatican created, let me know in the comments. This is my very first YouTube video, so I really appreciate it if you watched all the way to this point. If you could, please like and subscribe. Those things really do help out channels like mine. Just pagan things. Fuck! In 15... Not... Anglo-Saxon.